This poor village boy had nothing, but today he owns cars worth more than most people will ever see in their entire lives. Most people don't know who Keemo Paul is, but this young man from a tiny village has made millions of dollars and lives like a king. His story will make you believe that no matter how poor you start, you can still become rich if you work hard enough. Keemo grew up in one of the poorest places on earth, but today he has more money than entire towns where he comes from. Keemo was born in a small village in Guyana, where most families struggled just to eat every day. His house was so small that you could walk from one end to the other in just a few steps. The walls were made from old wood and metal sheets that his father found wherever he could. When it rained, water would leak through the roof and his family had to put pots and buckets everywhere to catch the water. There was no electricity most of the time, and definitely no air conditioning during the hot summer months. His parents worked jobs that paid very little money. His father did construction work that was hard on his body and paid just enough to buy food for the family. His mother cleaned houses for rich people and came home tired every single day. Even with both parents working, there was never enough money for nice things. Buying new clothes was a luxury, and eating meat was something that happened only on special occasions. The village where Keemo grew up didn't have proper cricket fields or expensive equipment. Most kids played with sticks they found on the ground and balls made from old rags tied together. But even with these simple tools, Keemo showed that he had special talent. He could hit the ball harder and farther than boys who were much older than him. He could also throw the ball faster and more accurately than anyone else in the village. When Keemo was 15 years old, he finally got to hold a real cricket bat for the first time. Most professional players start using proper equipment when they are just 5 or 6 years old, but Keemo didn't let this late start stop him from chasing his dream. He practiced every single day from the moment the sun came up until it was too dark to see the ball. His hands became rough and full of blisters from gripping the bat so tightly. His parents saw how much cricket meant to their son, and they decided to help him even though they had very little money. They sold things from their house to buy him proper cricket shoes and a real cricket bat. His mother would wake up extra early to make him breakfast before his practice sessions. His father would walk with him to cricket matches that were far from their village, because they couldn't afford transportation. The first big break came when Keemo was selected to play for his country's youth team. This was like a dream come true. For a boy from such a poor village, the entire village gathered around old radios and small television sets to listen to the matches. When Keemo played well, the whole village would celebrate like they had won the lottery. Children would run through the streets, shouting his name and telling everyone about the amazing things he did in the game. When Keemo started making money from cricket, the first thing he did was help his family. His parents had sacrificed so much for him that he wanted to give back as soon as he could. He bought them a new house that was 10 times bigger than the one where he grew up. The new house had electricity that worked all the time, running water, and even air conditioning. His parents couldn't believe they were living in such luxury. But Keemo's success really exploded when he started playing in the Indian Premier League. The IPL pays players millions of dollars for just a few months of playing cricket. His first contract was worth more money than everyone in his entire village had ever earned combined. The day he signed that contract, Keemo called his parents and told them that their worries about money were over forever. Today, Keemo lives in a mansion that costs more than his entire village is worth. The house has 20 rooms, which means he could give every family in his childhood neighborhood their own room and still have space left over. The living room is bigger than the biggest building in his village. Crystal lights hang from the ceiling, and each one costs more than his father used to make in an entire year. His garage looks like a luxury car showroom. His main car is a BMW that cost him $300,000. This car has leather seats that are softer than any bed Keemo slept on as a child. The sound system in the car is better than any music equipment his village had ever seen. The car can drive itself on highways and has a screen that shows him exactly where he is going. Next to the BMW sits a Mercedes that he bought for his mother. The car cost $200,000, but Keemo said seeing his mother's smile was worth every penny. His mother, who used to walk long distances just to buy groceries, now rides in air-conditioned comfort wherever she wants to go. The car has seats that massage your back and a refrigerator to keep drinks cold. Keemo also owns a Range Rover that makes him feel powerful when he drives it. The big truck costs $150,000 and can drive through mud, sand, or any rough terrain. Sometimes he drives this truck back to his village just to show the kids that dreams can come true. When he arrives, children gather around the vehicle like it's something from outer space. But cars are just part of Keemo's luxury lifestyle. His clothes closet is filled with designer shirts, pants, and shoes that cost more than most people's. Monthly salary: he owns over 50 pairs of shoes, and each pair costs at least $1,000. His watch collection is worth more than most people's houses. He has watches from Switzerland that are made with gold and diamonds. Some of his watches cost more than the average person makes in 5 years. Keemo's daily routine shows how much his life has changed from his village days. He wakes up in a bed that cost $50,000. The mattress is made from materials that come from all over the world. His sheets are made from silk that feels softer than clouds. When he was a child, he slept on a mattress made from old clothes and newspapers. His breakfast is prepared by a chef who used to cook for famous restaurants. The chef makes him food from different countries around the world. In one morning, Keemo might eat fruits that were flown in from tropical islands, bread made from grain grown in Europe, and coffee from mountains in South America. This single breakfast costs more than his entire family used to spend on food in a month. The money keeps coming in from different sources. Besides playing cricket, Keemo invested his earnings in smart ways. He bought apartment buildings in his home country that make him money every month. People pay rent to live in his buildings, and that money goes straight into his bank account. Even when he's sleeping, his properties are making him richer. Keemo also owns several businesses in Guyana. He has restaurants where people pay high prices to eat good food. He owns shops that sell clothes, electronics, and other things people want to buy. He even built a hotel where tourists stay when they visit his country. All of these businesses make money every day and add to his growing fortune. But the most amazing thing about Keemo is that he never forgot where he came from. He built a cricket academy in his old village that trains young players for free. The academy has the best equipment money can buy. Kids who can't afford proper coaching get world-class training at his facility. Several players who trained at his academy have already been selected to play for national teams every year. Keemo personally selects 20 kids from poor families and pays for everything they need to chase their cricket dreams. He covers their coaching fees, equipment costs, travel expenses, and even school fees. Some of these kids come from families that are even poorer than his was. But now they have a chance to follow in his footsteps and change their lives through cricket. Keemo also gave money to build a new school in his village. The old school had holes in the roof and broken desks that kids couldn't use properly. The new school has modern classrooms, computers, and a library full of books. Children who attend this school now get a much better education than Keemo had. When he was growing up, he also paid to build a medical clinic that provides free healthcare to families who can't afford to see doctors. Before this clinic was built, sick people in his village had to travel long distances to get medical help. Many people died from diseases that could have been cured if they had gotten help sooner. Now everyone in the area can get medical treatment without having to pay money they don't have. The water system in Keemo's village was completely rebuilt using his money. Before this project, people had to walk long distances to get clean water. Sometimes, the water they found wasn't safe to drink and made people sick. Now every house in the village has clean running water that is safe for drinking, cooking, and washing. When Keemo visits his old village now, he gets treated like a king returning to his kingdom. Children run after him, asking for autographs and pictures. Parents tell their kids to work hard like Keemo did, so they can also become successful. Local shops display his pictures and cricket. jerseys to show visitors that this amazing success story started right there in their small village. His family's transformation is just as incredible as his own. His parents now live in a beautiful house that has everything they never had while raising him. The house has multiple bedrooms, modern appliances, and even a swimming pool. His mother, who used to wash clothes by hand in the river, now has a washing machine and people to help her with housework. His father, who used to break his back doing construction work for very little pay, now manages Keemo's business investments. In Guyana, the man who once struggled to feed his family is now a successful businessman who oversees million-dollar projects. This shows how one person's success can lift an entire family out of poverty and give them opportunities they never thought possible. Companies around the world want to work with Keemo because his story inspires people everywhere. His contracts with major brands are worth millions of dollars. These companies know that people love supporting someone who truly earned their success through hard work and determination. When people see Keemo advertising their products, they remember his incredible journey and want to buy what he's selling. His social media accounts have millions of followers who love seeing how he lives now compared to where he started. Every picture he posts gets hundreds of thousands of likes because people enjoy seeing someone who deserves success actually enjoying it. His posts show private jets, expensive hotels, and exclusive events that most people only dream about attending. But what makes Keemo different from other rich athletes is that he stays humble and never acts like he's better than anyone else. When he talks to young players, he always tells them that working hard is more important than being naturally talented. He knows this is true because he lived it himself. His message reaches people because they can see he's living proof that it works. Experts say that Keemo's total wealth has now reached $15 million and keeps growing every year. His cricket career is still young and his business investments keep making more money. By the time he stops playing cricket, financial advisors predict he could be worth over $50 million. That would make him one of the richest athletes to ever come from his part of the world. The journey from village poverty to millionaire lifestyle didn't happen overnight. It took years of practice, sacrifice, and smart choices with money. But Keemo's story proves that where you start doesn't determine where you finish. He went from having absolutely nothing to having more than he ever dreamed possible. Most importantly, he did it while helping other people and staying true to the values his parents taught him. Looking at Keemo Paul today, it's almost impossible to believe this successful millionaire once worried about having enough food to eat. His transformation from village boy to wealthy superstar is one of the most inspiring success stories in sports. He gives hope to millions of young people who are still living in poverty and dreaming of something better for their lives. Don't forget to subscribe right now, because next week we're revealing another incredible story that will completely blow your mind.